Hello again, everyone. Welcome back. Today I'm reviewing another of the newest cigars from Arturo Fuente. This came out late 2013. It's called the Casa Cuba. And if you'll notice at the bottom of the band there it says pre-release 2013. This is an Ecuadorian wrapper, Dominican and binder and filler. Roughly, if you can find them, around 12 bucks a stick. Now, reportedly, these are available to retailers who purchase 25 or more boxes of the Fuente line. So this will have to be a pretty heavy-duty shop to purchase that many, but if you find them, that's where they'll be. These come in 4 sizes. I'm reviewing the 6x52, what I'll call the Toro size today. As you can see, it's a rather medium to lightish brown wrapper. For an Ecuadorian, it's rather light, and just the slightest bit of a slight box pressing. Well, there's your density. I also noticed, is very interesting, this cigar is triple capped. So let's get right to it. Casa Cuba, pre-release 2013. All right, let's get right to it. Look at the flat head cap. Makes it very nice to cut. The draw is a bit firm. I believe it's workable though. Yep. Cigar feels dense in the hand. Very first flavors I'm getting are very, very sweet cedar. Has like a touch of effervescence to it. Some dry oak and some underlying coffee notes. The finish has a lot of, at this early point, the finish has a lot of influence of that dry oak. Also a little light cream, but it's probably a 60-40 split right now of dry oak to the normally noticed sweet cream. Pepper is average, about a 7, and it's a black pepper, but it's not overly abundant. It's not overly intrusive, if you will. So that's how we're going to start. I'm about a 1/4 inch in at this point. Let's see where we go from here with the Casa Cuba from Arturo Fuente. Well, I'm about an inch in, and the cedar is still very sweet. It almost tastes like it has a little citrus mixed in. It's so sweet, a little tanginess to it. There's also there seems to be a little light cocoa mixed in with the very sweet cedar. The wood notes are primarily noticed on the finish now, and there is underlying coffee also. There is some nice lingering pepper that's starting to develop on the finish that wasn't there initially, and finish is now about the same components as we talked about before, dry wood and cream, only it's a little more even. It's like a mixture of those two now rather than one leading the other. So I would call the cigar at best medium bodied, and it's a very lower end medium bodied at that right now. So that's where the Casa Cuba is. I'll be back. Probably close to 2 inches in now. And look at the ash, how extremely tight it is. There's no splintering. I really don't know how much longer it can go, but no real hint of it dropping right now. The cedar is still very sweet. There is underlying cocoa. The cedar sometimes when the cedar gets so sweet and tangy, it gives you a false or a flavor of almost like a light cherry, and that's where we are with this cigar. The dry wood notes are more noticeable now on the front end. The finish is sort of now changed into a toasted type cream, almost caramel-like aspects to a cream, if you will, too. Cigar is still at best medium bodied, but the front end flavors have changed just a bit. More of the wood notes are back on the front end, and that little cherry flavor, which is really just a very, very sweet, rich cedar, but does taste a lot like nice cherry. That's about a 2-inch ash. That is really impressive. Very sturdy, very little splintering, very, very tight. I'm really losing a lot of the cocoa notes. The cedar is still very sweet, has a little richness to it. Underlying that dry wood is right up under it, and the base is coffee. And the cocoa notes were nice when they were there. There's a lot of the dry wood still notes on the finish, or you could call it a toasted cream or almost a light caramel. Any of those flavors would really suit it. But you get the idea of what the finish is. A very lightly toasted, lightly caramelized cream. Still medium bodied. At this point, I'm just shy of 45 minutes in, so it's a slow burning cigar, but the ash is really pretty cool, pretty much the star. Nice flavors, very sweet cedar, and let's see where we go. I've placed my ashtray here next to me to show you this. That is in excess of or close to a 4-inch ash now. The cigar has not dropped its ash yet. I removed the lower band, and as you can see, I need to remove the upper band. Oh, just fell off. Pretty impressive. Alright, we're down to the end, so let's wrap it up. That was a pretty impressive ash we had going there. Probably close to 4 inches. Alright, the cigar ended up about like it always was throughout. Nice cedar notes, very sweet. A lot of wood, a lot of oak notes there. Started to change over to almost a charred flavor here at the end. A little coffee base on coffee as the base. The pepper remained pretty good, between 6 and 7 throughout. The finish remained very constant, sort of a toasted cream, almost a light caramel type cream, and a little lingering pepper. Medium bodied. That's about the best I can give you out of this cigar. It's going to be medium bodied. Very good cigar. Maybe not quite as good as some of the others that Fuente's made, but this cigar is all about sweet cedar and oak. Dry oak. A lot of those flavors, a lot of those notes come out throughout this cigar. Those are constant threads throughout. So for me, the cigar ends up with a 90. Hard to find. Probably not a lot of shops have them, but if you find them, do try them. So there you have it, the Casa Cuba.